Hey guys, it's Friday, time for a new video. And I've got a pair of Camaros, one 67 Z28 and one 69 RS SS funny car. So, on my last video, I showed you this one, and this is what I made with it. I'd had a plan. I did, I swear. Had a plan on a paint job, and it didn't work. It didn't work out. So I went this route, and I like it. I mean, it turned out pretty cool. It's got a silver metal flake paint job with some graphics. The actual graphics came from this kit. We'll talk about that in just a second. But let me get you spun around here, kind of look at the car. Back up a little bit. The wheels and tires I added to the kit. I think I mentioned that in my last video, as well as the hood scoop. And I flared the rear fenders out. Those turned out pretty cool. They look good. And of course, everything else came with the car. Back off a little bit. Get you a little side view from the rear. But yeah, I think it wasn't the idea I had in mind. But all in all, it turned out pretty cool. I mean, it looks like a street freak. If you look up the Camaros, this is pretty much how they were sitting. And yeah, rear fender flares. Front wasn't flared. Hood scoop, sometimes without a hood scoop. Just a basic factory interior, black. Side pipes came with this kit. And yeah, it turned out pretty cool, my opinion. There's the engine. Get you spun around here. Dolled it up just a little bit. Get you around here to see a little bit better. But all in all, not a bad little street cruiser, you know? Something I think you would have seen back in the mid to late 70s. See if you can see anything back there. Not really. So let me pick it up a little bit. It's got the, shoot, I can barely even see it myself. Slapper bars or traction bars under it. There's not a lot of detail to the underside because the exhaust comes out the side of the car, so not really a whole lot of detail under there. Chrome differential cover. Like I said, all in all, it's basically what you would have seen on the streets. The decals, actually, if you notice the decals, they should have a upper decal that goes across the top of the wheel well. That's missing because that was the first piece I tried putting on, and it did not work. These are super thin decals, and it's a long decal, and man, it just wrinkled. I fought it and fought it and fought it. It just did not want to work, so I couldn't use it. But all in all, like I said, it's got a pretty cool look to it. Didn't turn out too bad for a car that I really don't ever build too much of. I mean, I've not built a lot of Camaros. Matter of fact, I don't remember ever building a Camaro when it comes to model cars. Now, I have in real life. I've built a few for customers, but was never interested in building one for myself. Excuse me. But anyways, I think it turned out pretty cool. I know I keep saying that, but I'm my biggest fan. I think, you know. But anyways, so I finished this one up. Let's see, I showed it to you guys Sunday, and I finished this up Tuesday. She's been sitting in a display case waiting to be shown off. So just in case you guys are wondering, the paint is actually the Rust-Oleum metal flake that I use for base coats for the candy. That's straight out of a spray can. And it's got 3 coats of 1K clear over the top of that. The decals, of course, on top of the clear, not under it, because I've seen some horror stories. When you put decals on, sometimes the clear and the decals fight each other, and the clear ends up winning. The decals are all wrinkled and ruined. So didn't want to try that. But either way, you guys, let me know what you think. Um, did I hit the mark with the street freak look at 70s? Yeah, I'd say mid 70s, maybe even late 70s, depending on your location, I guess. So anyways, finished this one up Tuesday and started this one on Wednesday. And Thursday, I got to this stage. So I got the chassis completely built. Everything's in place. Next, to get a paint job, and then I'll go back in and detail the engine, detail the chrome. Sorry about that. Shake the phone all up. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty cool little ride. Wish I hadn't messed up those decals, but all in all, it'll come out, So I figured I've never built any of these Camaro model kits, so why not build 2 in the same week? So here we are. I may go with that orange with the white stripe, because I definitely can't use the decals from the other because somebody took them. But either way, I'll come up with something on this one. Meanwhile, I wanted to show you guys what's on the bench next. Show you what I finished up this week. Get your opinion on it. And, yeah, keep sniffing glue. Gluing my fingers together. And trying not to leave fingerprints. Anyways, you guys be safe. The weekend's here. And maybe you guys get some rest in. Maybe some bench time. But either way, whatever you do, no emergency room visits on the weekends, okay? You guys stay safe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Later.